Great. We're live on Facebook and it looks like on YouTube as well. So let me just double check here. I already see a couple of people that are hopping on with us. Please bear with me as I giving Facebook a second to alert them.
Hopefully we won't get the UPS driver. I have two huskies and 3 other dogs, so hopefully we won't get all the animals while we're live. But you know.
I thought I heard a bark in the background earlier. I almost asked you about that. That's okay. I have a Chihuahua, so if you start talking, I'm sure he'll think that they're in the room with us.
Yep.
So as you all are starting to hop onto the broadcast with us, please do me a huge favor. Give me a thumbs up so I see who you are that's tuned in. You can also begin to comment my way. Good morning pleasantries are always appreciated. Any compliments, backgrounds that you see, or just in general that you want to share away, we'll gladly take them. I think after doing this for so long, it would just be like a click and I can go. And sometimes I challenge myself. Okay.
We do that too.
Like there's just one of these days. Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Good morning and happy Friday to everyone. Thank you all for hopping on to our broadcast today. Excited to have with us one of our partners for the We Love Westy sweepstakes. But before I get started and kicked off, there's a lot of kind of homework type things that I like to announce. One, today is Friday, which means that I'm generally in like a great mood because the weekend's around the corner. But 2, it's Go Red Friday. So if you know somebody who has suffered from cardiovascular disease, heart health, make sure that you're going red in some form or fashion. Our guest has it on his branding, so that worked out wonderfully. But today is Go Red. So hopefully you guys can wear something, take a photo, snap it. We want to see that as well. I am Juliette Abdel, President and CEO of the Westminster Chamber of Commerce, and I'm excited to continue to bring to you these live broadcasts. They are all available in our archive section. You can find them in the video section on our Facebook page. They're also on our YouTube channel, Westminster Chamber of Commerce, where we've been posting since March of last year. So nearly a year when really all this COVID mess started unfolding. You can binge watch at any point in time and make sure that you give us the hashtag replay so we know which of the video and content you most preferred. Now, if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for sticking it with me for the number of days that we've been doing this. Make sure that you continue to share this out to your network so others are aware of the amazing resources, experts, and businesses in our community. And of course, if you are a newcomer, make sure that you hit the like button, the notification, so you can get alerted when we do go live. And we hope to see you again in the future. Now, there is a comment section on this page that's available for engaging with us. We like good morning pleasantries. We love compliments. Heck, you can tell us we look fabulous, or even the backside of our rooms are just amazing and you want something out of it. You can't have my flowers. That's the curse word that's there. We also will use the comment section of this broadcast for any questions. So as we are sharing information with you about our wonderful partner, if you have any questions that come to mind or thoughts that you want us to address, make sure that you leverage the comment section of this broadcast so that we can pick that up for you. I already see Councillor Scully with us, and I see our past board chairman, Brian Head. Thank you both for hopping onto the broadcast and being one of the first to start commenting with us. Councillor Scully, good morning to you as well. So today is a Friday feature, and our Friday features kicked off 2 weeks ago in collaboration with our We Love Westy sweepstakes. This is a partnership with the city of Westminster for a chance at $5,000 in cash for simply shopping, dining, or doing business locally. And today we are featuring one of our partners. Jonathan is here with us from Sideways Sports Lounge. Thank you so much for being on here with me.
Oh, you are welcome. We just love the opportunity. And I know Sideways Sports Lounge is a mouthful, but you did great with it.
Thank you. I know. And for some reason, I always want to leave out the S with you. So I had to make sure I enunciated. So I didn't do that. Christina, thank you for hopping onto the broadcast. I also see you on here viewing us. So Jonathan, tell me a little bit more about who you are and then about your business so we can know more about what you guys offer.
Sure. And first, you can just call us Sideways. That's what most of our customers have for almost 10 years now. So I'm one of the owners. I own Sideways with my mom. So that's always the family connection. We like to say we're a family-owned place. My background is software. That's what I grew up in. Marketing, global marketing is what my degrees are in. My family tends to travel a lot for business. And then one day I woke up after making a career change, if you will, or they made it for me. They kind of said, well, we're changing the business and here's a package, you can go away now. And I said, well, I want to own a bar. I want to own a community spot like we used to go to when I was little. And we have all this business background in the family. I thought, this will be an exciting thing to do. And boy, has it been. So, personally, I have a partner who I've been with for 14 years. We've been married for 7. We have 5 dogs. I went to the University of Colorado at Denver, if anybody is an alum. So there you go. I got my undergrad and master's in marketing from them. And I've been in Denver since 2002. Basically. So 2002, 2003 is when I moved to this part of, I'm out by Buckley is where we live, but we own in Westminster, Wheat Ridge, and Louisville. So that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, that's a little bit with a whole lot is what that is. So nearly 2 decades that you've been here in Colorado. So fortunate to have you here as a family-owned business, of course, in Westminster. And I love that story that you have with you and your mom. And, I shared that with you before we even went live. I was like, as soon as you said that mother-son relationship, I love the dynamic when you can have that personal relationship.
It wouldn't be possible without her. That is she's actually just in her office in the other end of our house here, because we own a consulting business as well as others. And so, you can't do it without mom.
Of course. So how long has Sideways been in business?
So Sideways itself was started in 2011, but it actually gets its roots from another restaurant some old-time Westminster people would know and love called Hoax Barbecue. And actually Westminster City might remember, because they have catered from Hoax and Sideways for years when we had in-person events. We'll get back there, we know. But it started in 2011. So actually towards November of this year will be our 10th official years in business. So this is our 10th year, we like to say. And I bought it in 2017 with my mom, Pat. So if you see Pat McGrew floating around on the social sphere, she is related to me. And Sideways, as we call it, was taken over by a couple of guys who had a vision. They wanted a neighborhood restaurant and bar that played sports. And it's a small corner unit there at 8th and Garrison. And there is nothing like it. I've been around the world, and I tell you, I don't think I could buy another Sideways. It's the community. It's just such an amazing group of people.
Yeah, that is tremendous. And 10 years, congratulations on hitting that 10-year mark. For those of you, and I see Tessa hopping on as well, thank you for tuning into the broadcast. So we have with us Jonathan from Sideways Sports Lounge. He is sharing all things about their business. 10 years, it marks today. Well, not today, really. In the fall is when 10 years will mark their anniversary for their business. So give us a congrats so we can share that with them into the comment section. We want to share in that excitement. Let us know, like a nice happy anniversary remark would be very appreciated. So, Jonathan, I want to go in detail a little bit because you say, bar, we talk about this concept of really a neighborhood one that's more community friendly. So is it just alcohol that you guys sell or are you creating an environment that is more welcoming of anyone, whether or not they indulge in those beverages?
Yes. So so it was fortuitous that it was called a sports lounge because it kind of gave that impression that it was more than just a bar. But we really like to call it a full service restaurant. We do a lot of food. I don't actually drink a lot, funny enough. I like bartending, I like making drinks, but I am a foodie. I like eating. And that's why I have to bicycle regularly, because you got to keep the weight off. But Sideways has been known for its barbecue in the past. We've had to slow down a little bit on that with COVID, but we have great handmade burgers. We try not to freeze things. We try to do it fresh. We do spaghetti specials we've brought back on Thursday. We used to do a different special every day of the week. We're going to bring those back as business ramps up again, but we have a great menu that we've pared down a little bit for this time, but great burgers, nachos, green chili cheese fries, that kind of thing, that comfort food that you can sit there and enjoy, whether you're having a club soda or, a vodka cran, whatever.
Yeah.
And we have, if I remember right, I'm trying to count the taps on the back of the bar, but we have I believe 12 taps on the back of the bar that is our draft. We have bottle selection, and then we have a full Coke display, Coke drinks in terms of Coke, Diet Coke, root beer, and all of that. So we pretty much have something for everybody. We like to call it a family place. So what I always tell people is, some people refer to it as a dive bar. I like to think of it as homey. People don't like it when I start redoing things, because it's been in the community almost 20 years, if you go back to Hoax. So Hoax started in 2002. And so because those people remember it, because some of our employees worked for Hoax, that's how far back we go. It's just one of those places that you can bring your kids on the weekends, and it's not pretentious. It's not too bar-y, and we don't stay open too late either, because we're in a neighborhood. We want people to get their rest and be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed for the adventure the next day.
Make it to the next workday for sure. Well, we've got a lot of comments that have come through, and I know there's a wealth of information we want to share about how people can support you and have a chance at $5,000. So quickly going to pull some of these comments up. Tessa is sharing that she loves Sideways. I just wanted to share that out with you. I know Parker is even sick at home, and he is giving you a nice congrats on 10 years. Huge achievement. He is also another restaurant owner that's here in Westminster. And of course, Christina sharing a nice quick congratulations on an awesome milestone our way. So thank you so much for those comments. We have a few other comments that are kind of question type things, so I'm going to make sure that I bring them up into the question section. But before we go any further, so you're participating in the We Love Westy sweepstakes, and how excited are you for this program?
Oh, I love it. I think it is one of the most creative things I've seen people doing in the area. So I give you guys huge props for and letting us participate even better.
It's been awesome. It's been so great to be able to connect with so many of your businesses over this campaign. We've done it a little bit differently, and it's been great. So the stickers look like this, and folks can get them in a number of different ways, kind of depending on the business. Most people can find the information as far as which business is on our website, but how can they collect these tickets that they'll hold on to until February the 15th to see if they have the winning numbers?
So they just have to come in and do what they would normally do, come and have a meal, or, come in, and we do have the Super Bowl on this weekend. I'm sure it'll be busy. And I do want to note that if you want to come in, we do have reservations available, because we're trying to follow all the guidelines. We are pretty strict, because we have families that work for us, and they have kids and you have kids. So there's all that, but you can spend $50 and get one, or I actually made this even better. If you're a regular, we know sometimes our regulars come in and have a burger, and then they're like, well, I didn't spend $50. Just bring us the receipts from the couple times you come in a week, and we'll happily give you a sticker when you hit that 50. Or there's even a way, we have an events page on our Facebook page that shares how you can get it for free, just by helping us out with some social promotion and leaving us a nice review after you dine with us. So a bunch of ways that you can grab a sticker.
Of course. And it sounds like you are touching so many different clients in the process. You're supporting your own that have been making sure that you're around for the 10 years, right? So your regulars, you're taking care of these folks that might be interested in coming in with reservations. If they're Super Bowl fanatics, which this weekend it's something, so it's great to know that reservations are open. I've put that in the comment section. And then I've also included that on your Facebook page, they can find more information about the kind of social support they can provide you, and additional support that also allows them to receive a ticket, because obviously it's COVID and there's a lot of stuff going on. So we still want to be able to reward people if they're financially strapped. But there's ways that they can also support you being a small business. And on Facebook, they can find you on your page, right?
Yes. Yes. So we have facebook.com/sideways sports, or you can just put in www.sidewaysportslounge.com and it actually forwards directly to our Facebook page. We felt like we're a community, so why build another website? Why not just let you comment and post pictures and see everything happening right on Facebook? So we've done that for years now, and it works out really well with like promotions like this.
Yeah. And I've seen it in a number of ways where people have directed their websites. And I like the Facebook one because you keep up with it. And sometimes people just get a website and it just stays like that. And you have no idea, like, are they still around? Like, what are they posting? What new things do they have? So I think that's pretty cool. We've included the Facebook page and their website into the comment section of this broadcast for those of you that are interested in finding out. So you are located, and I caught it was at 88th and Garrison. Is that right?
That is right. So if you're familiar with Wadsworth and 88th, we are just west by about half a mile on the south side of the street. There's a Global Thrift Store in the same Lake Plaza shopping center, and there's a Diamond Shamrock on the corner. We're tucked just behind the Diamond Shamrock with our little patio sticking out. So we'd love for you guys to come by and visit us.
Yeah. That is awesome. And then I would like to ask this, and that's, something that's unique about you. Sports lounges, establishments that are after hours or just kind of any time that people can go to tend to people just view them either as a restaurant or, a place that they can go with their family, and they don't necessarily see some of the minute differences that you've had. And I know you've highlighted a few of those with that community feel that you've created with the inside interior, but what's something else that really makes you stand apart or makes you a little bit unique with your sports lounge in comparison to some of the other ones that you may see across Colorado?
Well, I think a lot of it is things like this. So I answer every review. We have on our receipts, we have a feedback email. I think it's community. We love the community. We are here not because we want to own a bar. We're here because we want some place that makes a difference in people's lives. And that's what's so important to me. Like I have people who have worked for me since I've owned it, but have worked there for over a decade. And they're fixtures, right? I tell them that they can't leave. They go with the bar. But it's also like when there isn't COVID, we have free trivia boxes through Buzz Time, and we have a paintball machine, and we have the patio, and we have this family atmosphere where I grew up going to a place a lot like Sideways where you want to go watch the game, but you want to take the kids with you. And we will support that. And we have respectful clientele. It's not like a biker bar, not to be mean to anybody. It's meant to be a family-owned, family-run, families come in because we're right there on the corner of 4 neighborhoods, you know what I mean? And that's who we serve. And so people walk to our restaurant in the summer and bicycle to it, and we've gotten to know the community through this channel that we call Sideways.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. The proximity of where you are is centered right in the heart of certain communities that are there. So it does make sense for you to try and attract those types of clients and people that are elsewhere that have that similar mindset and similar need to kind of fill by going out. So Christina's saying that she might have to check out happy hour, which I am going to change this into a question for you. And
sure.
Anyone that's hopping onto this broadcast, we have Jonathan with Sideways Sports Lounge. I have captured a number of items that he shared with us into the comment section of this broadcast, from their 10-year anniversary to kind of what differentiates them to how they're giving out these amazing stickers for a chance at $5,000 in cash. Now, we will be taking up any questions that you guys have, and make sure that you have some good questions. Otherwise, I get to drill down. I get pretty personal with our guests. So let's save him from that.
I'm game.
Yeah. So do we have happy hour at Sideways, and what does that look like?
Well, so people that know Sideways already know what I'm about to say. I bought the bar under the guise of I never wanted it to be overpriced. We wanted it to be an everyday kind of place because we do have people who come in 5 days a week see our staff and hang out and watch some TV and have some nachos or have, a burger. So we don't actually have a happy hour. What we do is we have low prices every day. So we like to say every hour is happy hour at Sideways, including things like, $3 this or, $3.50 that, and all our prices are after tax. So the reason we do that is because I want someone to come in and know that they have $5 in their pocket and they can look at the menu and that's exactly what they're going to pay when they pull out their $5 or their credit card. Because owning other restaurants that aren't set up this way, you look at it and you go, oh, it's 20 bucks for the meal, and then there's tax, and oh, then I got a tip. And so we try to make it a little easier. We also don't use anything but quarters. So we round to the nearest quarter so that to the benefit of the customer, because it's just easier. Nobody wants all that change anyway. Most people anyway. So those are just some of the things we do. But we hope you'll come by and be happy every time you come in, because we try to stay competitive and we have specials around, games normally, so we'll take some discounts off. And I really do want to mention this because I have military in my family and EMTs. My husband actually is an EMT. If you are active military, active first responder, past, you're retired, you're a veteran, we give a discount, a 15% discount all the time, every day. So that's how we make people happy.
Yeah, that is awesome. And thank you to the service that you all provided. I've included that into the comment section. And your global marketing and kind of your background in marketing really just spewed out with your response to this happy hour. By the way, you're like,
yeah, oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah, totally. You thought about this perfectly. And I am totally with you. Whenever I have exact change on things, how great does the rest of your day feel? So Thank you for rounding that out for folks. So Tessa made a comment, and this comment was a very great one because initially asked, what do you have outside of alcohol? And I did that not pointedly at the fact that, people indulge in that, to each their own on what they would like to, spend their time doing or putting in their body. But I had asked that to kind of get the idea for the environment, for those people that haven't been out there or don't know much about you, might see just the outside and they're thinking that it might be entirely different from the inside. And your comment really resonated. I know it resonated with Tessa, it resonated with me. And that was, the sports lounge component of the name. So instead of the bar mindset, it's this environment that you're creating that has food, that has an opportunity where you're watching sports or you're doing something else with your friends, with your family and others out there. So I thought that was a great point.
Yeah, so we just want people to know, come in, give us a chance. It's not ritzy. You can come in your jeans and t-shirts or your cutoffs in the summer. We keep it that way because it's clean. We sanitize, but it is old, and we keep it that way because, frankly, I redid the stool tops and I put new tables in over the years. But people like it the way it is. I've had people say, "Why don't you just remodel the whole thing?" And I'm like, well, it's got a charm. I don't know. We do have plans that COVID kind of messed up, but we'll get back to them. Like we're going to redo the carpet and we're going to redo the bathrooms and stuff. But, bear with us. Construction in progress probably after COVID.
Yeah, no, and I think everybody understands that for sure with, the loophole that it's thrown us. With that, I'm going to transition a little bit into the COVID discussion, if that's okay.
Sure.
How are you maintaining, the safety measures for your employees, for your customers? Do you have certain markers that are included in the business? Are you providing PPE? What does all that look like so that somebody that's interested in kind of re-entering and supporting our businesses has that peace of mind, knowing that you have certain things in place?
Sure. Well, that is a great question. I think it's really important for all three of the restaurants that we own, Luke's, Miles, and Sideways. So this really isn't just a one and done for us. This is a profession. We believe strongly in safety. So what we do is we do provide all the PPE for the staff. Now, a lot of them have come to making their own masks because they're more stylish. But we have sanitation available in terms of I'm losing the word, but the sanitizer fluid. I can't think of why I can't think of that name right now. We're sanitizing between guests. We have the reservations I mentioned, and I don't know if people are familiar with it. It is posted on our Facebook page and our Instagram in different places. But if you put bit.ly/sideways reserve into a browser, you can get to our form, and we let people reserve tables for the next day, not same day. And then you can call our phone number, which I know you have queued up in the comments as well, 303-424-7748 for calling for same day. And we've got a sheet, and we can put you down. We can tell you if there's space. We know that everybody's at a different stage in their reopening. So what we want you to know is that we take it seriously. We're doing everything that we can do. I'm food prep certified, and my staff is as well. We're all TIPS certified. We're going to keep you safe and having a great time. And it's why you won't find us really wanting to promote anything different. We tell our staff they need to follow the rules. They want to because they have families and 3 kids or 4 kids or whatever, what have you. If they're watching, they know who I'm talking about. And what we want is everyone to be able to keep coming in. It's been a struggle for all small businesses around the U.S., and we couldn't do it without our customers. And they're taking a risk to come see us, so we got to do what we can do to keep them healthy and safe.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. I also see Joe, Mark, and Josh. Thank you guys for hopping onto the broadcast with us and tuning in. For those of you that are just now starting to view, know that this broadcast is available at any point in time to rewind, rewatch. In fact, share it out so others in your network know about this awesome family-owned business that's here in Westminster, the ways that you can support them, and of course, ways that in return, you might have a chance at winning one of our 3 cash prizes. So we give away $3,000, a $1,500, and a $500, which is a total of $5,000 in cash prizes. So if all the tickets end up coming from them, then you have that chance of doing so. And I know, Christina, you just sold just a new customer, by the way, so that she's game. She's going to come out there with Deandra. So hopefully they'll go out there and make sure that they say hi and let you guys know that they've seen you on here in the process. So you did mention Instagram, and that reminded me that I didn't go in detail about all our social media. So if you're not engaged with us on all of our social media platforms, we are on Instagram and Twitter at Westy Chamber, and of course, LinkedIn at Westminster Chamber of Commerce. And at the very same time, when we're streaming this on Facebook, we have it on YouTube, but those other platforms, we end up posting other content on. So during this time of the We Love Westy sweepstakes, all of our businesses that are participating are posting different ways that you can engage with them, ways that you can collect your tickets, and then we're making sure that the word is getting out. So make sure you hop onto Instagram, connect with us, as we'll be bringing Sideways on there for another feature to kind of go in a little bit more detail. And before I wrap it up, where were you initially? I'm curious to know. I know you've been here for 2 decades, so I'm going to say that you can claim Colorado as kind of your home, but what state did you originally come from?
Well, people always hate it when I say this. I'm from Dallas, Texas originally. So yes, I'm one of those Texas people that came and invaded Colorado, but I love it here. And my grandparents owned a house in Allens Park they lived in London through the 80s and 90s, and they owned a house in Allens Park in Wild Basin, if people are familiar with that area, since the early 90s. And so I just had such a strong connection with my dad's family here from their mountain house that I came here for college and to take care of my dad, who's disabled, and I never left. And then I bought, restaurants with my mom, who moved up, and here we are.
Oh my gosh, you have so much, and I wish I could just keep unpacking your story and just knowing more about you. I would love to. One of these days, we're going to sit down and converse, and I won't air it. I'll only air what we want to out there. But I so appreciate you spending the morning with us. And I thank everybody that's really tuned into the broadcast. If you are just now hopping on, know that you can rewind and rewatch. Give us a hashtag replay if we are no longer live on here. And make sure that if you haven't already, give us a nice congratulatory message for their 10-year anniversary anniversary, share this out and do business with them for a chance at $5,000 in cash. The We Love Westy sweepstakes has been running since January the 18th, and it'll go through February the 15th. And so if you are collecting tickets between now and then, make sure you hold them and tune in so you can see if you actually have the winning ticket. So we will be back. Yeah.
One thing I just want to make sure everybody knows, look, we are a family-owned business. It is an old establishment. If you ever have any problems, reach out to us via our Facebook Messenger or even Google. Let us make it right for you, because look, I would expect someone to do that for me. So let us fix anything. We're human, our staff's human, things go wrong, but I promise you we'll make it right.
I absolutely love that. And I'm going to feed off it, because you don't know this about me. You and I have only known each other for like 35 minutes in totality. But one of the things that I do if I ever have a bad experience somewhere, and it's not, exclusive to food establishments, I'm talking about the spectrum, right? I always make it a point to turn around and share that experience directly with that manager of the location. And I say, anything that you can do to remedy this, it's not like I'm looking for something, but I want you to be aware that this was something that happened with me. And when it's a family business, especially someone like you are going to go above and beyond, one, to make sure that they're taken care of, but it helps you in making sure that that experience doesn't continue on. And so it's kind of it's the way to fix that without going out there and really bashing the business for something that they might not even know was transpiring. So as quick as we are to review people with some negative, let's also give them grace if we run into some troubles during our experience. And of course, if we're seeking some assistance that may be a little bit delayed. So again,
we always like to say we can't fix it if we don't know. And while I would love to be in the bar every minute of every day, I can't be, but I am there virtually. I tell you, they feel my presence.
Absolutely. I'm sure of it. It touches everybody that's there for sure. So we will be back on here on Monday at 11 a.m. with the mayor. Please be sure to tune in then. I hope you all go out and support our businesses. So whenever you can during this weekend, go online and do it. Order online, go in person, pick up, use the safety measures that are in place, and support them not only to succeed during this time, but to also make sure that we continue through the years to come. So appreciate you being on here. Thank you so much, Jonathan.
Thank you for